That hurt. Oh. Hi guys, Chris here, and you're watching Here We Are Running. Now today I've taken a break from the ultramarathon training to do a time trial and a first impressions review of these. They've been staying in the box for the last 2 weeks since they've arrived, and I've been dying to get out and try them out. The Vaporfly Next Percent 2s. Never worn Next Percents before, and dying to just get out and try them out and then give you my thoughts on them. If you want to skip straight to my thoughts, then you can do that. But if you're interested to see how fast I run in them, then keep watching the video. Okay, they're actually doing gliding here today. So we are going to be on the outer circuit of Kenley, which I think is around 3 kilometers in length. So it'll be kind of like bit over 1.5 laps we'll be doing. Just getting the shoes on, we'll do a warm up, and then we'll be off. So just to let you know what my fastest 5k times are at the moment. At Parkrun, my PB is 20 minutes and 19 seconds, set a couple of years ago. But I did a 5k time trial last summer at 19 minutes and 47 seconds. I've bettered that on the treadmill though this year, the best being 18 minutes and 59 seconds. Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. That hurt. Oh. Right, we'll quickly give a bit of analysis to that run, and then I'll give you my thoughts on the shoe. And the first thing to say is, before you guys mention it in the comments, is my running form was terrible during that. I watched it back on the video and I couldn't believe how bad that actually was. But the positive to take away from it is that even though I had terrible running form, I still managed a sub 20 time for the 5K. It wasn't as quick as I might have liked based on those earlier in the year treadmill runs, but you know, it's still my fastest outdoor 5K time of 19 minutes and 24 seconds. And I put the splits up on the screen now so you can see there what happened was we started quite quickly, we finished strong, but we had a bit in the middle, kilometre 3, kilometre 4, where things slowed down a bit. Now the weather was pretty much perfect conditions, 10 degrees Celsius and hardly any wind at all. But because it is an aerodrome, it's up high and it's in an exposed area, even with very, very light winds, you still felt it on part of the course, and that was around kilometre 3. So yeah, but pretty much perfect conditions for that particular course to run it on. And as you can see from the pace graph there, just showing you there really what I've just said, where the pace was faster at the beginning, faster at the end, and then got a little bit slower in the middle. I was surprised at how the heart rate went into zone 5 so quickly, but the good thing is that I maintained it, and I had the endurance there to run with the heart rate in zone 5, and you can see I reached maximum heart rate right towards the end of the run, where I really sort of pushed right for the sort of finishing line. Cadence was good throughout, so got no worries with that there. And as I say, that's my fastest 5K outdoor time now of 19 minutes and 24 seconds. And that's really without any sort of speed training. That is just in the middle of ultramarathon training, where the volume of training I've been doing has been higher. And if I compare that to, well, under a year ago, where I really struggled to break 20 minutes, it does show what you can do with a bit of good training. You can, you know, now I wouldn't say it's comfortable, but it was much easier than when I attempted these 5K runs to get under 20 minutes last year. So there you go. Right, let's now talk about the shoe. So firstly, a bit about the shoe, and starting with the midsole. You've got the ZoomX midsole with a full length carbon plate running through there, and that is going to give you a lot of comfort, a lot of bounciness. It's a very springy feel when you run in it. And then on the outsole, you've got this rubber area at the forefoot, midfoot area, and then you've got these 2 rubber strips on to give some protection on the heel. The rest of it is exposed midsole on that you can see there. So that is all exactly the same as the original version of the shoe. Where it's changed, it's the new upper, and it's this mesh upper. It is very, very breathable. You can see right through it. If I put the torch in there, you can see there. Very breathable and pretty comfortable as well, to be honest. Around the heel area, there's some padding, which I believe is supposed to help with the lockdown. I have heard some people saying they had a bit of movement in the ankle area. Now, I didn't experience that. I felt it was fine in terms of locking down. There's a bit of padding on the tongue at the top. The rest of the tongue is the same material as the upper. And you've got a lacing system there with, I think the laces have been designed in that way so that they really sort of hold the knot in place when you tie them up. In terms of the upper and the shape of it and everything, I did notice that there is a little bit of going out of shape there where the big toe area is, and it happened on both sides of the shoe. Otherwise, I think the fit's really good. Certainly was for me. The other thing to mention about this shoe, which makes it so special, is the weight. You can see there just how light this is. That's the weight for a UK size 11. It's an incredibly light shoe. You can just feel it by holding it at the moment, how light this is. And this version, the second one, is actually a little bit heavier than the original. So yeah. I don't personally think that will make a huge amount of difference because it's so light, even though they've added a little bit of weight to it. I guess that is in the upper material. But anyway, right, what did I feel when I was running in it. Firstly, I will say that, you know, this shoe is probably not designed for 5K runs. I don't think I would have gained a huge amount of benefit running in it on a 5K like that. I think where this comes into its own is going to be on a marathon or a half marathon, maybe a 10K. But the comfort you're going to get from it, combined with that, the lightweight feel and the springiness, that's where you're going to get all this speed from. I'm really going to be thrilled to actually try it out for the first time in a proper race that is either a marathon or a half marathon. It'll be my Manchester Marathon shoe for sure, later in October. But if I could sneak a half marathon in before then I would certainly like to get it out and wear it for that purpose. Now, it's a shoe that does require some getting used to. When I first put it on and ran in it, and I did one loop, so that was 3K as a warm-up, and then I did the 5K in it. And certainly on that first run, the first loop, it did feel a little bit unsteady, a little bit different to anything I'd worn before, and I'm sure I'm probably still not fully used to it, and it will take a little bit of getting used to before you're really comfortable in it. But I think, you know, once you are, then it's a really, really nice shoe, guys. Yeah, as I say, I do have a tendency to overpronate and also heel strike. I was deliberately trying not to heel strike on that run, and I think I was getting more benefit from the springiness of it when I was midfoot landing, because towards the end I did notice that I did start to heel strike as I fatigued, and probably when I was actually thinking back to the run, I was probably not getting as much benefit from it when I was doing it like that. So yeah, I think it's debatable if you're a heel striker, sorry, then yeah, are you going to gain the full benefit of it? I don't know, but that would be my concern. But yeah, as I say, a very lightweight, very comfortable shoe, and it just makes you want to run fast. That warm-up I ended up doing it much faster than I intended to, and I think that's purely and simply because I put the shoe on and the shoe makes you want to run fast. Guys, I've rattled on a little bit there. I hope you've gained some good first impressions and you've enjoyed this video, and hopefully you've seen me run what was for me a fast 5K, and I hope you've gained some enjoyment from it. If you have, of course, please do hit the thumbs up button to give the video a like. And if you're new around here, we have lots and lots of running content on a weekly basis, so why not hit the subscribe button as well. But for now, guys, goodbye.